Hi everyone, another video, this time on the 1G again. It's the second part of 1G, which is how to find the midpoint of a line segment. So it goes along with the distance that it's actually, even though it may look a bit trickier, it's actually quite a bit easier than the last one. First of all, I just wanted to define what a midpoint means. It just means a point that lies in the middle of something. So if you have a look at this example over here, we're talking about this line between these 2 points here, and the exact middle of that, which would be, it's about here somewhere. In fact, it's actually quite easy to see on this one because I've got red lines and that sort of thing. They're not always this easy, but I'm going to show you how to calculate it. It's not too bad. First thing you need to know is this midpoint. It actually says the coordinates, so you need an x and a y coordinate for this point. Okay, so we're going to talk about the x coordinate, and we're going to talk about the y coordinate of that midpoint. So just having a look, we're going to start with the x. So we're going to look at things that are in the x direction. So you might notice that this is the x, or the horizontal component of that line. So the midpoint is halfway along that line. So if you drop a straight line down there, oops, not exactly straight, but it's halfway along there. So you could probably tell that between -2 and 1, halfway along there, you should be able to see is -1/2. So there's a way to calculate that. And the way to do that is to take the two x coordinates of these 2 points. Now it doesn't matter which order you put them in, it still works out in the end, because what you're actually doing is taking the average of the two. So the x coordinate, so let's just highlight these. The x coordinate of this point is -2. The x coordinate of this point is 1. Okay, so now to find the average, we say -2 plus 1, and we divide it by 2. Okay, so -2 plus 1 is obviously -1 over 2. Okay, and we actually just leave it as a fraction. So we say -1/2. We found before. Now, the second part is the y coordinate. Now, if you draw a line across here, it's actually pretty easy to see what it is. It's actually -2. You should be able to see it passes through the y-axis there. Now you can calculate that as well. So in this case, it's the y coordinate of each of these 2 points. You need to add together and then divide by 2. You're finding the average. Okay, so it doesn't matter what order you do it in. You're adding things together. Order does not matter. Okay, so -1 plus, plus 5 over 2. Okay, so -1 plus 5 is 4 over 2 is equal to 2. Okay, so that is our set of coordinates. Now remember, that is a point. Okay, so the point xy here, colour that in green there, is going to be -1/2 and 2. Now just quickly, you may see a formula for this. Okay, so in the book it'll give you a formula. Now the formula simply says x1 plus x2 over 2, and then y1 plus y2 over 2. Okay, it doesn't matter which point is 1 and which point is 2, because you're adding them together, you get the same answer anyway. Okay, so that works for any numbers. You always add them together to get the average.